What's up, YouTube? This one ain't gonna be a long video. I had to make one about what I just saw. I wasn't even looking; it had just popped up on my screen, and so I read it. And it was um, it was your boy Stephen A. Man, Stephen A. Smith, man. Yet again, here we go. He did a joint video, not a video, but this thing he calls Final Take, where he gets up there and runs his mouth for a little bit for like the last minute of the show or a couple minutes of the show or however. Anyways, his brother's up here trying to defend Steve Harvey. Now, to most black people who are in the know, Steve Harvey is a coon, been a coon for a long time running now. This ain't no, you know what I mean, he just started cooning type shit. This dude been one. So there's no defending Steve Harvey. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to think Steve is the cool name because Stephen A is, he did a video basically did a comment basically getting on D.L. Hughley and any and all other black people who had a problem with Steve Harvey endorsing Donald Trump, talking about how he's a good man and this, that, and the third. The reason we have a problem with it, Stephen A. Smith, is because we know that Donald Trump isn't a good man. And most white people know Donald Trump isn't a good man. So to sit here and come out here and say that shit, for him to say that is fucking crazy. Not to mention the fact that, why do you feel the need to always defend people who defend white people? Like, you either always defending white people's positions or you feel the need to always defend people who defend white people. Like, you finding that we need to respect Steve Harvey and have respect for Donald Trump, but when Colin Kaepernick stands and says he's not going to do something because of police violence and brutality and this, that, and the third, you have a big deal with that. You have more than a big deal with that. To the point where what his brother said, he ain't going to vote for evil people, and picking the lesser of two evils is basically choosing evil, irregardless of how you look at it. Like, you could give me a dead rat on a plate, or you could give me a dead rat on a plate with whipped cream. It's still a dead rat, bro. Like, you're not getting around that. You can't talk your way around that. You can't sit there and say, because Europeans set it up for us to do this, then this is the only way to make things happen and the only way to do things. And that shit crazy, G, because you be doing that shit all the fucking time. People who got something to say about Stephen A. Smith have something to say about him Steve Harvey, have something to say about him for a reason. The same way people have things to say about your ass. How you never defend black people, ever. Only time I ever hear you talk in the favor of black people is black coaches. Like, yo, at the same time, I would respect that if that's where you left it. But no, you like to delve into the political realm. You like to try to jump into the political realm and give your 2 cents. But bro, we all know by now, man, it's not your 2 cents, man. It's not your 2 cents. We know what you're doing for white people, Stephen A. Smith. You can sit here and try to pretend all you want. You can sit here and use big words all you want, because I have a vocabulary so I can understand them. But it doesn't change what you are. It doesn't change the things that you say. It doesn't change the fact that Colin Kaepernick and any other black person who stands up for black people gets shit on by you, Shaq, Barkley, all these motherfuckers. But the first time somebody stand up to support a fucking known fucking trashy, racist, lazy piece of shit named Donald Trump, you're here at his defense. Like, this shit is getting sickening with you, to the point where I can't even watch First Take anymore. I don't want to watch the other show because I don't want to support Fox. Then I watch your shit, and you're just so much of a fucking coon, man. This shit has gone too fucking far, bro. I think a lot of people need to start messaging him, messaging ESPN, like, yo, why do you have this black man who seems to only want to talk about political issues when it's beneficial to white people? It's not a it is a coincidence that every time you talk about political issues, it's always to the betterment of white supremacy. Like, it's never speaking out against white supremacy and structural racism and institutional racism. Don't nobody give a fuck about that boule gay ass, whack, I don't give a fuck about playing second fiddle to white people mentality that you have, man. Stop spreading that shit like it's a norm. Stop telling black men to pull their pants up and to look the cops in the eye and be respectful and this, that, and the third. Dog, none of that shit is stopping them from killing him. And the fact that they would have to do that to stop someone from shooting them down in the street, that warrants discussion just by itself. But you'll never talk about that shit. You'll never bring that shit up, man. Just shut your fucking mouth, man. Please, shut up.